Guys, it's Morgan coming to you with Shlog episode 15. I can't believe it. We're already at 15. Just got done shooting the Gospel of Two Wheels number 69. If you guys don't join us, let's check it out. There's my whole setup. Lights and... It's pretty ghetto, but it works. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, do. We post them up on YouTube live, and then they're obviously there in perpetuity, but we do it every Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. Mountain Time. So join us if you're ever interested. It's a lot of fun. We talk back and forth. We talk about all kinds of things motorcycle related and sometimes not. Anyway, I got to get to work. We got a lot of work to do. You guys are awesome. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. We'll see you guys here in just a bit. Good morning, guys. So we're at the shop. I got a good one for you. So you see that little DS right there? We worked on that thing 6 months ago and called the guy, told him it was ready. Oh yeah, I'll be right there. Silence, nothing, not a word. And then yesterday, 6 months later, he calls, hey, is that bike still there? Yes, it is still here, sir. It's been outside in our pen because I got tired of looking at it and pushing it around. So now he's coming on Saturday. Today's Thursday, and that means I got to get it running again. It was a carburetor issue last time. I'm sure it's a carburetor issue this time again. So here we go. Hopefully it's not bad. It's a little two-stroke, so it should be pretty straightforward. But like, come on. You take your bike somewhere, and then he said he was out of the country. I don't even know. Whatever. First job of the day, DS80, make it run again. Because it's a two-stroke and there's oil and gas, I'm hoping the carburetor's not that bad. I'm actually going to try to spin the carburetor to the side, drain the fuel out of it, and then try kicking it again. I already tried kicking it. It didn't work. If that doesn't work, I'm going to take the spark plug out and try spraying a little brake cleaner in there. If that doesn't work, I'll take it all apart. But trying not to cost the guy any more money, which I know is probably a little too nice of me. I should probably just take it off, clean it, charge him again. But we'll see if we can't make it happen faster than that. Time to look at the spark plug. So that one I pulled out was pretty wet and gnarly. Put a new one in it. This is seriously one of my absolute favorite ratchets ever. It's a 1/4 inch handle, but a 3/8 head on a swivel. Made by Snap-on. I can't put a link in the description. Find your Snap-on guy. Get one of these things. They are stinking rad. And if you've watched my Baja 1000 solo story here on YouTube, towards the end, I don't know if it's the last episode or not. Anyway, I talk about loaning out a spark plug ratchet and socket. This is the one. I got it back after all that. But anyway, love this thing. Super cool. So it's sparking. It feels like it's got compression. I sprayed gas into the motor. Try it again. Yep. Dirty again. That's what 6 months of sitting will do. Alright, I'm going to show you guys a trick. This boot is just going to be just as stiff as that other boot. It's kind of like a rock. So, obviously replacing it would be cool, but I don't have the time, nor does this guy want to spend the money. Anyway. So, key to reviving some of this stuff, get the water super hot, dump this in it, and it'll soften it right up, and then you put it on. It'll probably harden back up, but at least you get it on. It's not cracked, so it's fine. I'm just gonna hold it in the water like this instead of dunking it. Nice and squishy. Obviously, I'm sure you guys know about heating things up. The problem is you don't want to do it with like a heat gun or a torch because you might melt it. This won't melt it, but it gets it nice and soft and supple. Warms my hands up at the same time. Alright, that ought to do it. Now we can squeeze this thing back on. See if this little guy wants to run for us. A little bit of rocket fuel. Running good. Now the internal conflict comes. I feel like I should charge the guy full boat again for cleaning the carburetor because he left it here 6 months and I stored it and all that. But the nice part of me, the guy who's trying to spread the gospel of two wheels, doesn't want to do that because that's not very nice. And I want the kid to ride it. I mean, obviously, it's not the kid's fault. The dad's the problem. Anyway, so I'll probably charge him another 20 minutes because that's about all it took. He's not getting away for free because he does need to learn this lesson. But yeah, there we go. All right. What we got? Oh, got a KTM 300 coming up next. So see you in just a second. Oh, the struggle. So since my hip got replaced, and before that I was kind of a lot of pain, I got a little on the fat side, and so I'm trying to lose the weight before I get back on the bike so I can be fit and ready to rock and go race and hopefully go fast. And so this is my snack. I mean, I shouldn't be complaining because it's a carrot. It's pretty good, but it's not a cookie or a muffin or a scone. Son of a gun. Alright, so we got this KTM. It is a 2008 300 XCW. It has been sitting a long time and we got to get it running. I guess the customer who dropped it off, it's his brother's friends, or anyway. And yeah, it does look like it's been sitting a very long time. So what I like to do in situations like that, I think obviously the carburetor needs to be cleaned and gone through and make sure it's all good. But when one's been sitting, I think he said 2 or 3 years, it's quite a while, what you want to do is go through and kind of check everything that's critical to it not blowing up. So we need to make sure it's got oil in it. We need to make sure it's got coolant in it. We need to clean the carburetor, make sure the air filter looks okay. We'll slap a spark plug in it and then we'll try to start it. But only after we kind of make sure there's all the stuff is okay for it to start. I personally never had this happen, but I've been concerned in the past about getting a bike and then like fired up and there's no oil in it. So we don't want that to happen. Or there's no coolant in it and you seize it anyway. So obviously you gotta check all that stuff first. But we're gonna start by ripping all the tank seat and all that junk off of it, get down to where we can get into the carburetor, probably pull the subframe up and out of the way, make that easy. Take the carburetor off, ultrasonic the ultrasonic cleaner is heating up right now, getting ready for its bath. So I'm going to do that right now, and we'll check in when we get to the carburetor, see what that looks like. I cleaned the carburetor. Sorry, I didn't film cleaning the carburetor because I filmed a lot of that, but it's shiny now, right? Because I used the ultrasonic cleaner. But what I wanted to show you guys is just a little bit of two-stroke knowledge, learning, whatever you want to call it. The way a two-stroke works, because on a four-stroke you have valves, and air and stuff come through either the carburetor or a throttle body. Fuel gets mixed with it. It goes in, the valves open up, the charge goes into the cylinder, the valve's closed to hold it in there, then the piston comes up, goes bang, it makes power. Anyway, so two-strokes don't have that, don't have valves like that. So you have a carburetor or a throttle body. This would work exactly the same. And I'm going to try not to drop things. I don't know how I'm going to not do that, but I'm going to try. So anyway, so you have this carburetor. Air's coming in from this side. Fuel comes out of this float bowl and mixes, and then it goes through the reeds. These are the reeds. If you've heard people talk about reeds on a two-stroke, this is what they look like. It comes through, and these reeds open up like that. It goes in, and then when the piston comes down and it tries to push that back, you know, it would, as the piston comes down, it would try to push that fuel charge back into the carburetor. The reeds close, and it keeps it in the cylinder, and that's what forces it up through the transfer port and into the cylinder. So anyway, just a quick little thing, show you how they work. Sorry, I keep trying to drop it, but anyway, so yeah, that's what reeds look like. I took them out to take a look, make sure they're good. These are V-Force, they're all carbon and happy and shiny. Another thing, let's talk about what you do with reeds to check them. So you can look at them, obviously, they look good, they're not frayed, all that. But what you want to do is you want to look inside there, and I know you can't really see very well, but see that light shining through and my fingers like that? So that means that these reeds, they're not sealing perfectly. They're really pretty good. I'm going to clean them up. I don't think I need to fiddle with them at all because the bike was running, just the carburetor was dirty. But I am going to clean them up, make sure they seal. But that's what you're looking for, is that if that gap in there, oh, there we go. If that gap in there were much bigger, we'd want to either replace the reeds, or you can pull them out, flip them over, and put them back in, and I'll help hold them tight. So, all right, I'm going to put this thing back together and see if it starts. I'll come back here. I'll fire this camera back up when we're ready to start it. All right, we got the tank back on it. Air filter's still drying because we cleaned that. The tank's back on it. Poured some gas in it. Let's find out if it starts. The button doesn't work, so I think the battery's just dead because it's been sitting so long. So let's see what happens. I have no idea, honestly. Oh, I can't wait till I can kick these things with my right foot. Feels good. Alright guys, so this doesn't look like a motorcycle. And obviously it's not. This is the pneumatic ram out of one of these lifts. It's from that lift that's on its side. I think you can see it. Yeah, anyway. It's been leaking. Also, some stuff over here has been messed up. Anyway, I've been needing to fix this forever, but I just haven't had the time. Well, I got done with some things, and I've got a little time. So I'm going to see if I can fix it. I don't know if I can fix it here without new parts, but I'm sure as heck going to try. Yeah, we're going to find out. So I don't even know what's inside. I don't know what it looks like. Anything. So I'm going to take this thing apart. I'm going to try at least and see if I can't remedy the situation. There we go. That's kind of cool. Let's check this out. I might be able to remedy this thing. It's just got a big seal on it, and I might be able to like breathe some love back into it. Let's see. A bunch of you guys are probably like, dude, you should have known how that worked. Whatever. I've never taken one apart. So check this out. So I know this isn't like directly motorcycle related, but lifts are very much a part of my life every day, all day. So this is kind of interesting. So check this out. This is effectively the piston, and this is the seal right there. It's all super rusty and gnarly. I think I can clean that up and make it better. Ooh, that's a challenge for the ultrasonic spa. Okay, I'm gonna get that thing running here in a second. But anyway, so this piston goes like that on there, and under normal circumstances, it's pushed all the way down there. The piston's down in here, and then when you blow air into it, here it goes and lifts the lift up. So super cool. I think I can fix this thing, and I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go clean the ultrasonic bath and get it all ready to go because it's super dirty from the carburetor this morning. But I think I can get this thing fixed, and that's going to be really, really, really cool for free. Free stuff's awesome. So I'll be right back. All right, so got that piston in the ultrasonic spa, and now I'm taking a look at this. You look down in there. That cylinder needs to be nice and clean for that seal to make a good seal. Well, this is kind of cool because that cylinder, the inside of that cylinder, is kind of like the chrome tube on a fork, right? Because that seal is keeping air out. But anyway, I need to. It's like inverted. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to clean that as good as I can, just with some brake clean stuff like that, and then I'm gonna take some Scotch-Brite and try to put a crosshatch into that cylinder. So when I put the piston back in with the seal all clean and happy, whatever, that it seals up. I think this is gonna work, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna film me like with my hand anyway. Whatever. But I will come back as I assemble it, and we'll see if it works. I think it's gonna, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'll be right back. Well, I got everything cleaned up. Check it out. It's way better. There was rust and gnarliness down in there, so I got all that cleaned up. And I got the inside of the cylinder all cross-hatched up. I used a hone, and yeah, there was a bunch of rust and stuff in there. So I got that all taken care of. I sprayed it down with some of this stuff, which is just like lube, so it's not all dry. I also took this shaft, I cross-hatched that with some Scotch-Brite. It's got some dings in it right in here, so yeah, we may suffer a little bit, but that's all right. So I'm going to slide that back in there. Inside here, there's a seal I got to put in. It's an experiment for sure, but it's a free experiment, so free is good. If you guys have stuff that you're working on, especially like shop equipment that's not your dirt bike, where you could really mess something up and make it cost way more money. Although I still recommend trying it, because why not, right? Why not try it, man? Why not try to fix it and save some money? Because I'm sure a new one of these Rams is a whole bunch of money. And I may have to buy one eventually, but you know, if I can get another 13 years out of it, that'd be awesome. So yeah, I'm going to put this all back together, see how it goes. Grease this thing all up. Make sure it's going to go in there nice and smooth. Let's see. Hopefully the seal stayed in place. It did. Alright, so now we're going to put this in there. And it's got a nice chamfer on it. That's good, but I'm going to grease this up really good. Lubrication is your friend in all things. Alright, so that's... I'm going to run that bolt in. No idea what the torque is. Just going to toss it down. Now to bolt her all back up and see if it works. I seriously have no idea. Let's find out. So here's what my hands look like, because I'm working on hydraulic, or not hydraulic, but pneumatic ramp. Anyway, it's gnarly. But it made me think of a joke. This one's for you guys. You probably heard it, but I'm telling it anyway because I'm a dad. What's the difference between a doctor and a mechanic? A doctor washes his hands after he goes to the bathroom, and a mechanic washes his hands before he goes to the bathroom. Anyway, yeah, check this thing out. So this is the lift. Watch. Boom. Goes up all the way. So stove doesn't make a whole bunch of air noises. Here's the cool thing. I also replaced these bearings right here because they had fallen off or something. It used to not go up far enough to get to the top thing. Now it goes all the way up. Haha, it works good. Fixed it, didn't cost me anything. Those bearings are actually just bearings from some motorcycle. I had the right inside diameter. So that's stinking awesome. I'm stoked. Fixed it, didn't cost, like I said, I guess I paid something for those bearings, but they've been hanging on the wall for a long time. They're actually the upgrade kit for the KTM rear stuff that they used to sell that were terrible junk, and I had a couple left over. So I'm counting that as completely free, and I'm really excited about that. So there you go. Fix stuff. Don't replace it. It's awesome. I'm going to wash these ridiculous hands before I go to the bathroom, and then I'm going to see what's next for me to work on. Right on. So this is the 300 we just got running, cleaning the carb and everything. I talked to the customer, and fortunately he is awesome and on board. We're going to be doing wheel bearings, front wheel bearings, and fork seals. Fork seals are puking, wheel bearings are shot. So yeah, going to do another set of open chamber forks. See, it's the old style. Going to do that tomorrow. Day's almost over here, getting ready to push bikes in. So yeah, join us tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, because we're doing awesome stuff every day that I'm open. So that means we're posting 5 days a week. These usually hit the day after, like the night after. So 1 second, the dog's barking. Leia, come. Leia, come. Leia, kennel. Good girl. Best thing I ever taught this dog. Good dog, Leia. Good girl. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. I can't explain how happy I am to see all you guys subscribing. It just means a ton. So thank you so much. Get out there, spread the gospel of two wheels, and please, for my sake and for yours, find some time to ride your dirt bikes!